So we're finally going to see the origins of Mavis Vermillion. I definitely want to talk about one of the spin-off mangas that presents us in the new Fairy Tail magazine, and that is Fairy Tail Zero, which is going to be focusing on Mavis Vermillion, the first guild master of Fairy Tail. I saw the grey one as well, and out of pretty much both of them and all that, and I know there's like other spin-offs. I think there's like the Fairy Girls Shoujo one, and there's also that Wendy one coming out. I think out of all of them, the one I really wanted to talk about the most was this Mavis one, because she's, you know, she's the backbone of Fairy Tail. She created and founded it, and I really wanted to see her origins and like what it's all about, and also as well maybe there might be some speculation and that's actually stuff leading up to future events upcoming in Fairy Tail. But pretty much showed her in a guild known as Red Lizard at 6 years old, pretty much being in there just to pay off the debt that her mother and father sort of owed to her. And you see that Mavis is like really interested in learning magic at 6 years old, but she's just like used as like, you know, the maid, just cleaning up, and they treat her like shit, like saying, oh, yeah, just steal your boots so I can give it to my little daughter Zelia, and it's like very spoiled little brat, and it's like, although Mavis said like I can't cry, my mother and father told me, it's like, you know, fairies don't appear to cry babies, and it's like, so I've dreamed to see like where Fairy Tail, so that's probably where she gets the inspiration of seeing a Fairy Tail, the name of it. Like maybe she even got that as well, saying like maybe she saw a fairy once and she didn't see if it had a tail or not, so she's saying, oh, well, I guess I'll call it Fairy Tail and see if fairies do have tails. Remember, it's like the guild gets attacked by this blue skull or something. It was called like some other like guild and all that, and surprisingly enough, this all happened on Tenrojima Island. Funny enough, where, you know, the foundations of pretty much Fairy Tail, their home island, really began. So definitely we see from this whole thing that, you know, Tenrojima wasn't just this uninhabitable island from the start. It actually did have people on there and guilds, and they knocked each other out. And then we see that, you know, she tried to rescue the little girls Xenia, and saying, yo, we could have been friends and stuff like that. And I like that the girl said she wanted to be friends with her, but it showed a little bit she already experienced her first losses very young, at like 6 years old. And then it goes into like years later when she's, I believe it was 7 years later, eh? Seven. I see, you know, 7 Dragon Slayers and that, you know, definitely hero. You got something going on with 7 right there. And it's like, definitely as well, when we saw her, she's probably like 13 at this point, and this is where probably what she looks like. This is like showing her 13-year-old form, her prime, I guess. Like, I'm very curious to see how she encountered Zeref, because it also showed in the manga that she's obviously encountered Zeref before. Also as well, I'm very interested in as well, like, how did she meet her? How did she meet Wara? How did she meet Hades? How did she meet, you know, Makarel's father? Like, all this stuff, which is like, Makarel's father looks completely bad. He looks like a more badass version of Sting, like that. And then we see Ward. It's like, we kind of knew already about Ward, like, already, but it's like, I'm more curious to seeing, like, how their stories, how they all met, and it just, I don't know, I felt like we're missing like a big chunk just then. It's like, oh, we could have perfectly had Mavis going around, but who knows, we might get like a small little flashback or backstory about them. But through all the spin-offs that have been so far, this was actually a really enjoyable first chapter. There's some build-up and all that. I really want to see what Mavis' magical ability, though. Obviously, she, you know, they had the Fairy Spear, lore, and stuff like that. But I'm curious, just like, what was her magic in general? Like, what was it that she decided to learn? Was it like maybe fairy magic or something like that? That would be pretty cool if she did. You know, she sprouted like fairy like wings and stuff like that. Definitely see it more interesting than that. I'll be talking about it if there's like some really good chapters of Fairy Zero or something like that, Fairy Tail Zero, I might talk about them. But it's like, overall, it's like a first impressions of like what the manga is going to bring. But overall, that was alright. And the grey one, it was fine, it was average. I didn't really want to talk too much into the grey one, because I didn't feel like I enjoyed it that much compared to Zero with Mavis' backstory. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. What did you think of Fairy Tail Zero? Also as well, in the comment section, let me know what you thought about the grey one as well. I'm interested in what you guys thought about the grey spin-off as well. But that's all from me. I want to thank you very much for watching. As always, remember, I'll see you guys next time. And remember, Savagezweipanda.